Hello and welcome to the Hotel Whiskey Airsoft channel. Today we'll be reviewing first and only Airsoft event, ANZIO Camp, an Airsoft site and leak set in an old MOD base. Much like Alpha 55, ANZIO Camp have one large game area that can be fully utilised by players each game. Due to it being a disused MOD base, there are a lot of buildings scattered throughout the area of play, which can be seen on the super handy site map which is available on their website. Players can enter most buildings during games, which make for some very interesting CQB gameplay. Buildings such as D1 with multiple floors offer vantage points and do a great job of adding height variation in games. Connecting each of the buildings is a network of roads and paths that players are free to cut across grassy hills or dense woodland. ANZIO Camp's website put it best when they said, expect to be fighting in built-up areas, varied open spaces, and true close-quarter battle. The website also mentioned the use of 4x4 vehicles during games, though there weren't any on the day that we went. As for the games we played whilst there is a good selection of game modes which took advantage of the buildings on site. The first game we played was an attack and defend game, where players had to defend multiple buildings from 10 players on the blue team. Once a defender was shot, they then joined the attacking team, with the game ending once there were no defenders left. Other games included transport missions, finding parts of an objective hidden around the map, and good old domination. After the first game we played, the marshals implemented medics into the rest of the games. Anyone could act as a medic so long as they were alive. They could drag players to a safe location and revive them by counting to 10 out loud. If you needed a medic, you would stand there where you got shot with your arm raised, and if no one showed up within 2 minutes, you could just head back to respawn. Players could only be revived once. After that, they have to go to their team spawn in order to respawn. If you do plan on going to ANZIO Camp, the rules, game modes, and mechanics like medics are all explained much better by the staff during briefings. Speaking of which, the brief was detailed yet captivating. ANZIO Camp has a minimum age requirement of 12 years old, with under 18s needing an adult on site at all times. We're mentioning this now because despite being fun and informative, there was quite a bit of swearing. This doesn't bother us, but if you plan on visiting with younger players, it is something worth mentioning. Unlike a lot of sites we visited, the majority of players at ANZIO were adults, with most of them bringing their own guns and kit. From what we gathered, a lot of them were regulars and took the game very seriously. Communicating with your team is a must, even if it's just shouting out your team colour so you don't get shot by a teammate. Which, by the way, if you shoot a teammate, you die instead of them. This rule was decided at the start of the day by the players, so it may not be in place when you visit. As for the other facilities at ANZIO, it was fairly simple. The safe zone was relatively small, with most of it being for parking. We arrived at 9 AM and were told to park outside one of these buildings that players use to gear up. When you arrive, a member of staff will tell you where to park, and in our case, we ended up not only blocking people in, but being blocked in ourselves. It does appear to be a first come, first served situation, as all of the enclosed areas of the safe zone were occupied and we ended up doing everything out of the car. Lucky for us it wasn't raining, but when it came time to leave, it was a bit of a nightmare getting out. People were also parked inside the hangar, which was home to the site shop and sign-in area. The shop was rather limited, though they did have plenty of pyro to choose from, and we even got ourselves a patch to commemorate our visit. They also sold the essentials such as cans of monsters, BBs, and pot noodles. As for toilet facilities, there were 2 portaloos down the side of the hangar. Here's some extra information about our visit to ANZIO Camp. We paid £40 per person for the day without kit hire. Some games can last for up to an hour, so make sure that you stay hydrated and take some water out with you. First and only Airsoft events do offer memberships that can be used across all of their sites. They have a bronze membership for £20 a year or a gold membership for £100 a year. Each of these memberships give you access to online booking, and ANZIO is a UCARA site, so once you have your membership number, you can apply for your UCARA. Overall, ANZIO Camp has to be one of the coolest Airsoft sites we've ever visited. With a unique setting and game modes that take advantage of it, it's clear that the site is run by those with a true passion for Airsoft, and that really shows beyond the safe zone. However, from our experience, the safe zone does need a little TLC, starting with some real toilet facilities, or at the very least more of them. We'll 100% be going back to ANZIO Camp in the future, but for now, leave a like on the video and make sure you subscribe for more.